All right, good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us live. And if you are not live, I am Nakia Evans, and I am with the Kimsey Evans team at eXpRealty. And every single Friday, we do a social hour Friday. We rediscover, or do something new and learn something new about social media. So this week, my class is called Captions plus Content equals Cash. I'm going to explain how and why to use captions and how and why the caption matters in your social media strategy. I'm going to give you a few other tips, share with you some powerful captions or some captions I also found online. But by the end of this session, you should be able to increase your social media strategy or level up with your social media strategy. So first of all, whenever I am talking to a class, I always start with a quote and then a definition. And since we're talking about captions, I'm going to start with, it's not just what you say, it's how you say it. And that's going to be important in captions as well. So what exactly is a caption when we talk about social media? We know the captions that are at the bottom of the movies when we watch movies, or now when we're watching videos, the words are written out. Those are captions. Yes, they are. But when we're talking social media, a caption is a short piece of text that's under a picture, over a picture, or with a picture with a social media post. It could also be in a magazine, a book, a newspaper, but it really describes the picture or what's happening in the picture or the video. Your caption could just be a heading, it could be a title, or it could be the explanation for the photo, illustration, or video. Really, it is true that when people say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but your words are that much more powerful. They can improve on how people receive your photo, how people receive your video. You can tell a catchy story. You can add a little bit of mystery. That's my favorite, to add a little bit of mystery. And I'm going to show you guys my page a little bit. And you can see how I usually add mystery, especially to a video, because I want people to watch the video. I don't want to tell them what's happening in the video. And for pictures, sometimes it offers context, okay? When you write a caption, some captions usually start with a question or a hook. A lot of captions will use emojis, and that will increase the engagement or the conversation. People just like emojis these days. So emojis are important. And actually, when we're talking about emojis, I want you guys to know and understand that knowing what an emoji is important as well. So sometimes you may have to Google what that emoji means if you don't know already. And we'll talk about that another time. Captions, you want to tell people what to do. We're going to learn about call to action. That's telling people what they want to do. Believe it or not, people on social media have to be told what to do or what you want them to do. In your caption, as a real estate agent, you should include your contact information or a link for people to click. Now, you can include a link in Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, even TikTok, but on Instagram, you cannot include a link in your caption. So that's why we have the link in the bio. And most of you have already completed your link in the bio, but that's why it's important, because on Instagram, you can tell people that you want them to click the link in the bio, and that's telling them what to do, or you'll tell them what their next step is. As far as your images, you want to use a bold or noticeable image that will get your ideal client to stop scrolling. That is ideally what your caption does along with the photo. So if you have a bold photo, or sometimes what I do with my photos is I don't put them straight. Like if I'm taking a selfie, you guys will notice, and you'll see it when we go look at my page, I tilt the camera just a little bit, or I look like I'm making a mistake. Okay, because people like to find fault in people as well. So instead of me trying to do a straight photo and it's just a little crooked, I go all the way crooked so people can say, she don't even know how to take a photo. But they're going to stop and take a second look and stop and try to see what I'm doing or what I'm trying to say. And then they'll, take a look. But a lot of people just like to find fault in you. So bold photos, different photos, try that and see how that works out for you. See if you get some new comments, some new likes. All right, that's just a little tip. So here are some captions that I actually saw from a real estate agent that's actually in my rev share organization. And I loved her post. I was just scrolling through social media while I was writing the content for this class. And I was like, wow, I really love her post. I wonder if she's been like in some coaching sessions with me or something, or what else she has done in addition to a coaching session like this that I had with her. But if you notice, she has emojis. She has a headline. She tells what the post is going to be about. She's given a description on the property. So here's where she has a new listing, and she describes the property, again, using those emojis. She is telling people what to do. Contact me for a confidential consultation. She even gives her contact information, and she gives hashtags. We're going to talk about why hashtags are important as well. So then we take a look at another one of her posts. Like, I couldn't stop scrolling when I got to her page. This one is 6 steps to buying a house. So she has a listing. Then she has home buyer tips. Again, let's walk you through. Contact me for a confidential consultation. And there is her contact information. And again, some more hashtags. I kept scrolling, y'all, because I was like, I got to prove her wrong. Like, she doesn't know what she's doing on social media, but she does. She kept going, and with different types of posts. So this one looks like it's going to be a story. It says, this is just a recap of my weekend. Saturday, my client and I viewed the newly built townhouses, and she describes them, etc. Then she asks a question. How was your weekend? Then she also tells them what to do. So they have 2 options. They know that she's interested in him, or they think that she's interested in him because she's asking them how was their weekend, but she also wants them to leave a comment to let her know. And then she says, I'll talk to you guys soon. So she's kind of making it a little more personable. But again, she asks them to contact her because she's trying to set an appointment. And then she gives her contact information again. All right, one more story. That one, you guys noticed, didn't have the emojis until it was her contact information. And you guys notice how her contact information, her ending is always the same. She probably has that typed up somewhere, like maybe in a iPhone note that she could just copy and paste. Or in your iPhone, you can create like short text that'll write this out for you the same way. That's probably another class, but I can show you guys how to create notes, pre-written notes in your iPhone that just, like, when I put my initials, it gives my email signature for me. All right, let's look at her next story. It's a story again, closing with Sadar. So you guys notice that she has a heading. She's telling her audience what this is going to be about before she gets into the story, okay? She has some congratulations, she has some houses, she has some gratitude in there, and she says, now on to the next. And then here we go, her ending. Are you ready? We can build as well. Let me help you with your real estate needs. Then she's basically asking or telling you she can help with buying, selling, and investing. And once again, contact me for a free consultation, okay? Those are really good captions. Here's 2 more. I just wanted to, again, top 10 traits of a real estate agent, just to show you guys that she's not only talking about the same thing all the time. And sprinkled throughout these posts, she has some personal stuff, maybe our kids' happy birthday or some other photos and other things as well. But here, you guys, I wanted you guys to see, this was actually with a video that she posted this caption with, and it's just basically a quote. When you surround yourself with things that you love, your home becomes your own paradise. Ready to buy a home? Let me help you. Again, contact me for so it looks like she's been through some type of social media training, right? Because she has everything that's needed for social media. So I bet that she has written this out, right? She has made sure that her post has a strong title or a hook. She's trying to hook you in. Sometimes she creates curiosity, right? Sometimes she has a great graphic and always a call to action. But this is your checklist actually for a good caption. You should always have a strong title or hook. Most of the time you'll create some type of curiosity because you just don't want the boring buy a house from me. You also want to kind of tell a story, but you also want to make sure that your graphics are really well. I'm going to tell you some places where to get graphics from, which you probably already know. We love Canva. That's the secret to most people's social media these days. And really your own phone. Probably half of what's in your phone could be used to help your social media. Here's an example of a post. You can share how you can help your audience, right? Because you want your audience to be buyers and sellers, right? So let's take a look at a post that will tell our buyers how you can help them. And you guys, if you want to snap a picture of this or you want to use these words and these are captions that you can use. I created these for you guys. So we're going to tell a story. There's one thing that first-time home buyers struggle with more than almost everyone else. So that's kind of your draw. That's kind of your hook. And then here's the question. What is that one thing? And then this is where you write out, because you're working with clients every day. So what are some of your clients' struggle? Use real life examples. Use things that really happen. Don't use your clients' names, don't use identifying information, but, use those situations and kind of turn them into fiction instead of nonfiction, right? But what is that one thing? That's the question that everybody wants to know. And then that's where you write it out. And explain how they struggle. And then here's the catch. Now you explain how you can help. Make sure sprinkled through here, you're going to give some emojis. Like maybe if they struggle with credit, there's like a credit card that you could use. If they struggle with savings, you can use the $ or those math kind of emojis, right? And then at the end, you always are going to, again, give a call to action and your contact information. What about work-life balance? That is, okay, I'm a real estate agent, but I also want to tell you about my life a little bit. So why not share a work-life balance tip, right? When you share tips, and especially about your family, when it's work-life balance tips, then your followers tend to learn a little bit about you. Okay. Now, in between selling houses or prospecting for clients or lead generating, you also want to share a little bit about you. So offering some tips kind of help. Did you guys notice how in some of her posts she was offering tips, right? And then, so if you're going to share about work-life balance or your family, you can use hashtags such as tip, balance, life-work balance, tip of the day, or even family. Okay, so that'll, sprinkle in just a little bit. What about your story? You also want to share a little bit about your story. Your followers need to get to know who you are. People like to do business with people. People like to do business with real people. If they're thinking about doing business with you, they are going on your social media and checking you out. Okay. So just think about that. So start telling your story. Maybe on Saturdays you can tell your story. And I'm going to share with you like how to plan your content. So if you want to share my story, Saturdays might be a theme of the day. I didn't write that one in this presentation, but it just popped into my head. What about sharing about your business? All right. You are going to share with your audience a picture or a video about what you are doing in your business. If you're showing homes, if you're in the office, if you're in a meeting, if you're at a conference. Oh, that's the big one. People like to see real estate agents getting education. So always at a conference, take photos of the billboards, of the agenda, of the sign-in sheet, at the registration desk. Take pictures of everything because people really like to know that you are upping your game in order to help them. When you're writing an offer, take a picture of the computer screen. Always be sure to never, ever show people's private, confidential information. So if you're going to take a picture of you writing an offer, be sure to take it before you start filling in the blanks. Okay. And last but not least, or actually not even last, at a home inspection, that is your time to shine with your camera phone, okay? You got your home inspector talking to your client. You got your home inspector digging deep. You got your home inspector opening things. That is a really great place to get content. But one place that we, especially on the Kimsey Evans team, what we can do is, since we have our sales meeting at a new home construction property every month, we should all be making sure that we're taking pictures and videos at the new home construction property, not just inside the home, outside the home. If they are still building, that's some more content. The unfinished product is just as important as the finished product when you are demonstrating new home construction. So I'm going to challenge everyone to make sure that they are camera ready and ready to capture some content at our next sales meeting, which is in the beginning of March. All right, now you guys saw how those posts had some titles. You want your title for your post to be epic, right? You want to let people know if the content you're sharing is going to be useful, if they may be interested in it, you want to make sure that it's a hook. You want to hook the reader in. You want to stop the scroll. That's very important. A lot of times people start with a question. That's good. Or start with something controversial. Stay away from politics, stay away from religion, stay away from those controversial items. But you know, those photos where people say, do you see the color green or do you see the color red? That's kind of controversial because some people see green, some people see red, and the people that see red, they don't know how the people are seeing green. This is about as controversial as a good example of controversial that I can give you. Other things that are interesting to your readers. So if your readers are interested in credit, you know, if you've been having a lot of credit questions come through your DMs, then share some stuff about credit. If you've had a lot of questions about new construction, right? Because we are going to draw in new construction clients. If we aren't already hosting them now on our social media, because we're there monthly and because we're sharing photos and videos, that's who our readers are going to be. They're going to be intrigued to see what is the decor in the next new home construction. What is the, you know, what does the kitchen? Everybody loves kitchens, whether you're male, female, young or old, you love a kitchen, right? So something that intrigues or sparks intrigue, right? But here's the deal with your post title. You want to keep it simple and you want to make sure that it's one idea. You don't want to be all over the place, all right? Because they're going to get the rest of the story within the caption. Now, here's another one. This is one I'm actually going to share today, January 10th. Well, January 10th of last year, February 10th, I'm sorry, of last year was National Clean Your Desk Off Day. So I'm hoping it's February 10th again this year. Y'all know how those days change up. But I'm hoping it's the same. I'm going to fact check before I post. If it's not, I'm just going to take that hashtag off, but I'm still going to use this post. So today I'm going to share this post. If you take a look at it, I have a hashtag in my title. And everybody has problems with cleaning off their desk, right? And it could be considered controversial. Some people can work in mess. Some people need a clean desk. So that's kind of controversial, but it's also something that people will stop to take a look at, stop to think, because they like, oh, wait, she's going to offer some help for me to clean my desk off. So here's just a quick suggestion. Beginning the week with a clear desk, a focused plan, and a sweet aroma of a scented candle helps me make a productive transition from the weekend, right? So evidently last year it was on Monday, so it wasn't Friday. So I probably wouldn't post this exact caption today. This looks like it was like a Monday post, right? And then to end the post, it says, what's on your desk? But if you guys take a look at the visual, I give just 4 simple methods of decluttering or cleaning your desk. So this is just an idea. So if it's National Clean Off Your Desk Day, you might want to give tips to cleaning your desk off, right? If it's National Cookie Day, you might want to share where is the best place that you bought chocolate chip cookies from. All right, if it's Cupcake Day, where have you had the best cupcake from? Or what is your experience? Maybe you went to a wedding and the bride and groom, they smashed cupcakes in each other's faces, something like that. So you can decide on stories, you could decide on information, but you can utilize these national days as social media content. And when you are discovering these national days, believe it or not, There's always like a definition. If you Google, like if we Google National Clean Off Your Desk Day, there's actually a definition or a history to where this date comes from. Guess what, guys? That's called curated content. You can copy and paste it right into your social media and just share something that's already pre-written and just moved on over. Now, sometimes when you share pre-written information, you might want to give credit to the author. You might even want to just hashtag the author. Like if there's a quote, a favorite quote that you share and you don't want to necessarily write it out as a quote, you can actually just write it or have a photo of the words and then caption like the author of the quote. Okay, that's how you can give some credit for that without stealing per se. All right, so we noticed in a lot of the captions that we taken a look at already that there is a closing question or a call to action. Remember, I told you guys, people need you to tell them what to do. They need you to tell them what you want the next step to be. So at the end, always at the end, you want some type of call to action. But if there is a story or a longer post, sometimes you will also have to tell people what the action is in the middle of the post, okay? But just don't forget, tell people what you want them to do. Ask a question. Asking a question sparks engagement also. So if you have like that last one we saw here, what's on your desk? Ask a question because people like to share, believe it or not, especially during COVID. Did you guys notice during COVID when everybody was on the stay home orders that people were really talking and engaging on social media? Because they didn't have anybody else to talk to because they were stuck in the house, right? If they didn't have a family or they were alone, they really took time to engage on social media. So asking questions and telling people, you know, click the link in the bio, or let me show you guys some good examples. Never ever forget to give your contact information, especially as a realtor. Most of the time, the advertising and marketing laws for your state and even sometimes for your brokerage require you to share your contact information with social media posts, okay? So be sure, if you're watching this video, you're not in North Carolina, you're not in Maryland, where I do know those two laws, make sure you check your laws to find out what information I have to share as my contact information on social media. All right, here's some examples of calls to action or things that you want people to do. Click here now. Let's start the home buying process. Click the link in my bio. You'll see that one 1,000 times, right? Get started now and then give them the link. Give them your link to your website. Give them your Calendly link. You want people to set appointments, right? Schedule an appointment. Schedule a tour to see this home. If you are sharing a listing or if you are sharing the new home construction that we're going to be at every first of the month, make sure you tell people, schedule a tour to see, right? Sign up if you have a newsletter. Register today if you have an event. Check out this new loan program. The key word is new. People like new. So sometimes you might want to write new in all caps. Or when you want people to engage or talk to you on social media, you always say, let me know. Or let me know in the comments if, you know, give people the instructions, right? Graphics, where do you get graphics from? You know how to write the content. We talked about captions, but what about the graphics? Where can I get graphics from, Nakia, to share on my social media? Well, everybody uses Canva these days. Canva has a nice little search bar. If you're looking for chocolate chip cookies, you type chocolate chip cookies and it comes up. If you're looking for new home construction, you type new home construction and it comes up, and they give you either templates or they can just give you the graphic if you already know what you want to say or how you want your post structured, your graphic structure. But if you have no idea, guys, use the Canva templates. They are done so well. I don't know who is the graphic designer or who, actually I do know who the graphic designers are in Canva, because Canva actually tells you and gives you links to the graphic designers of the designs. I'll show you guys in another class. All right, content days. Let's talk about content days. Our sales meeting is a content day for every person. Every person. Russell, I'll answer your question in just a moment. Content days, sales meetings. We go to new construction every single month. There is no reason why you should not schedule at least 10 to 15 minutes before or after the meeting to grab content. You could spend 10 minutes and have enough content for a month, right? Just simply from your cell phone, simply from walking around a house. So I'm challenging everyone in our office to use our next sales meeting as a content day. And between now and then, on Fridays, you'll get some more information from me to help you with those days. The other thing about graphics is that you'll need a social media planning day. I used to do this on Sunday while my significant other watches football. I'm sitting there supporting him watching football, but I'm actually on my iPad and I am just planning out my social media for the month, right? Or for the week, right? Outside of that, and this goes to Russell's question, do you ever use Fiverr? Well, you can buy monthly content as well. So Fiverr probably has some articles there, but I found some other people that offer content monthly, and I actually use it. I actually buy it because I really just don't have time for social media like I used to. Okay. All right. Someone says, Caroline, I heard you shouldn't use Canva because social media knows you're trying to sell something and it won't be featured as highly. Well, I'm not going to agree with that. And even if you have no content, no selling anything, if you take a picture from your phone, social media will know that you're trying to sell something. And I don't really agree with the featured as highly. I use my social media to communicate with the people that are connected with me, or the people that are following me, or the people that I generally want to connect with. So as salespeople, we kind of do lead generation and prospecting with our social media, not so much as I want to go viral or I want the world, because everybody in the world won't be using my services. Maybe I'll get somebody in California or Florida that follows me and they'll send me a referral. But again, like you said, the likelihood. And these days, Caroline, I'll be honest with you, I don't know a lot of people that are on social media that aren't selling something. Now, I think it's actually called social selling. There is a real thing, you guys, called social selling, and everybody is socially selling. That is our marketing. That is free marketing, actually. And a lot of people are doing it, and I trust that we use great content and we use our good captions, and that we're capturing the audience that we want. And I'm not too much worried about social media knowing I'm selling something, because everybody's selling something. Even the celebrities, even the musicians, they're selling their concert tickets, right? Everybody's selling something on social media now. I wanted to just touch on keywords and hashtags just a little bit. So you guys have heard of SEO, search engine optimization. There's something in the realm of the most searched for or popular words, right? And that's SEO. You should be using the words and the most popular words and the most popular search for questions related to your city and related to real estate. And that will help you, Caroline, just with what you're talking about, being featured or being seen. Those hashtags helps you just using the search engine optimization rules and regulations helps you to be seen. There is a website called askthepublic.com. That website tells us the most popular questions that are being asked, or it also tells us the questions that aren't being asked. So those are the things that we can use to create content on our social media as well. Now, in your social media graphics, you should also be using your branding. You should be using your colors. And if you have a slogan, my slogan is "Let's get moving." You'll see that in my content. I use it so much that when I meet new people, people either say, let's get moving. They say that to me because they've seen it over and over and over. That's my keywords. That's what I use as my hashtag all the time. And if you need help also with this, there's something called a hashtag generator. There's websites, hashtag generator. You Google hashtag generator, and then you put in the word that you're looking for. Like we would put in Charlotte real estate, or just Charlotte, or new home construction, we could put in, and they will give us the top 10, 15, or 20 hashtags that goes with that topic. Askthepublic.com. Okay, let me do this right now. Someone said they can't find Ask the Public. Maybe, did you spell it right? Russell? No, maybe it's Ask the Public.
Yeah, that's the same webpage I got. That's
Okay,
I was like,
let me
this
see.
doesn't look real.
Let me see. Let me just not do that. Ask the Public.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail you.
I wonder what happened to it. Let me see. Oh, Answer the Public. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Answer the Public. See, Google knows what we're looking for, y'all. It's Answer the Public. Thank you, Russell. Answerthepublic.com. That makes more sense anyway. Thank you, Russell. I'll fix that in this presentation. All right. Last but not least, let's talk about creating, posting, and following up, right? So we already talked about write out or type out your captions ahead of time. You're going to plan your content. You're going to have your captions written out ahead of time. Or if not, do it now. Write it out in a note. Like if I want to type up something now, I'm going to put it in a note. I'm going to spell check it. I'm going to make sure it's all good to go. I'm going to proofread it before I post it, right? Or you can do that on social media. Sometimes when I have a longer post, I try to do it offline, because just that moment that Instagram or Facebook has a glitch, my whole post gets deleted sometimes, and I hate when that happens. So if you're writing a story, try to write it in like a note in your phone first, and then just copy and paste it over. As far as content is concerned, you're going to post at optimal times. I'm going to give you the optimal times, right? When you think about breakfast, lunch, and dinner 3 times a day, same for your social media content. Breakfast, the ideal times are 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Your midday post should be between 3 and 6. And then after dinner, 8 to 11. I'm going to tell y'all why those midday posts, 3 to 6, because people are getting off of work, or people are bored at work because it's time to get off and they're ready to go. So they start scrolling on social media. Dinner is so late, that 8 to 11, because people are winding down and they're getting ready for bed. So they're checking social media before they go to bed. And of course, the 8 to 11, people are checking social media before they start their day. Okay. You want to be sure that you are responding to any and every single comment, whether it's just a heart, a like, or response. You have to do something. When people are talking to you, the idea is to have a conversation. So you want to talk back to them, or at least if they wish you like a happy birthday on a happy birthday post, you want to at least put the heart if you can't type out. Now, we all know on our birthday, we get like thousands of posts, right? So you're just liking them and loving them all day. But I'm trying to go and write thank you sometimes to those posts as well. You want to create a social media plan, right? You want to plan out your social media. Well, I'm helping you with the sections, or with the content buckets is what it's called. You want to write this down or capture this screen. In your social media, you're going to have different type of posts so that you keep it fresh and you keep it clean. You're going to have inspiring posts. Those could be quotes, right? A morning motivation post. You want to have an engaging post, right? You want people to be talking back or engaging with the post. I love the post when it says, post a heart in the comment if you love me, you know, something as simple as that. That's the easiest engagement. Or if we met before the year 2020, put a check mark in the comments, right? Just something simple. Or say hello, say good morning in the comments, something like that. You want people to engage. Educating posts, that's where you're sharing maybe the steps to the home buying process. That's where you are giving tips and tricks about things, right? Agent branding or business posts, that's when you're definitely sharing your business contact information. That's where you're lead generating. Branding, make sure you're using your colors, make sure you're giving your contact information, make sure you're talking about your business there. Listings and promotions, so when you're promoting your listings or you're promoting a new home community. Community and lifestyle, you could share something about neighborhood, share neighborhood events, share something about you, your lifestyle, share, you know, some behind the scenes, some things that you're doing that may not even be real estate related. New home showcase, we're all going to have the new home showcase because we are going to new home construction every single month. Now, in your content buckets, you may even have daily themes. So here's a couple that I've seen over the past few years: Testimonial Tuesday or Testimonial Thursday. That's where you capture some of your clients' testimonials from Zillow or other websites, your KV Core website maybe, and you post them. You post them as a post, but you should also have those flowing in your stories as well, okay? What about What's Up Wednesday? That's the community and lifestyle. That could even be a listing, right? It could be the new home showcase. That's a good one. Showings on Wednesdays or home tour Wednesday, open house Wednesday, something of that nature. Motivational Monday. That's where that clean off your desk post probably came in. That was actually probably a motivational Monday. Whereas though that was engaging, it was inspiring people to clean up their desk. It was educating, it was giving tips and tricks on how to clean up your desk or things that you should do. Make sure that it was in your branded colors so that it flows with your content. But just those little things, that anything you could think of. Tell me Tuesday is what I used to do. So I would like people to just give me an update on anything that's going on in their life on a Tuesday. Free Fridays, maybe you know that could fall in the community and lifestyle. Maybe you know something that's free at the community, something free to do over the weekend, an event that's free to attend over the weekend. So there are different things and different ways that you can keep up on social media. Now, last but not least, I wanted to just show you guys a good layout of 2 captions that I suggest that you use for yourself. So I want you to screenshot this page and I'll just read it to you. And as I'm reading it to you, you can probably picture a photo or graphic that you would use for this one. So it says, dreaming of unlocking your home goals in 2023. That's our question, right? That's our hook. Got some emojis right there. Whether you're ready to buy your first home, you need to relocate, or are looking to make the move to your dream house, buying a home can be an exciting time. I'm still intrigued, right? I'm still captured by this post. But there are also a lot of factors to navigate and consider, especially in today's market. So if you are considering buying this year, the best way to have a successful experience is to work with a trusted pro like me. I'll walk you through everything from mortgage options to your timeline, the negotiation process, finding the right home, and more. If you are curious about what's on the market or want more information on whether or not now is your time to buy, send me a message or contact me at. That's where you'll put your contact information. And to end it, you're going to say, I'm happy to help answer any question you may have and will be honored to guide you home in 2023. That's a great post, isn't it? Russell, you like that post? It's a story. It has all of
I'm all about it.
You love it? Okay, you're going to use it. You're thinking right now.
Yeah, I already screenshot it. I'm ready.
This could actually be a video, and you can repurpose this. This doesn't have to be used one time. If you notice, you can use it now. You could use it next month. You could change things around a little bit. You could say, dreaming of unlocking your home goals in March, you know, maybe, or this summer. You could change it up a little bit, but this is a great template, right? It tells a story. It has all of the things that are great, that great content that we consider great content, and people will probably stop to scroll to see what you're talking about. Okay, this one is a little longer. I won't read the whole thing, but it's basically, this one is geared towards sellers. This is attracting sellers, telling sellers what to do. And here we go. We're starting with an emoji and a question and controversial, right? Before you list your home or consider selling, do you know these 3 common mistakes? Oh, if I'm about to sell my house, I'm going to stop and I'm going to take a look at this because I don't want to make the mistakes, right? I definitely don't want to make those mistakes. So I am going to stop and take a look and see what Caroline is posting and what she's talking about and how she's going to help me to sell my home. I am getting back to this last page. Hold on. Make sure you guys take a screenshot of that. And I just wanted to show you guys how that one ends. That one ends, it talks about other real estate agents. It's basically telling your audience what makes you different, why you are different, why they should work with you, why you are qualified, you know, what went wrong in other people's situations so that it should not go wrong if they decide to work with you. Okay, did you guys get a screenshot of that one? That's another one I want you to use. If you want these typed out for you in a note, I can do that. Just text me and I will be sure to get those to you. Now, I am here for questions. Russell.
Oh no, I'll say me, send it to me.
Okay. I'll send it to you. I'll post it in our group and that way everybody can have it and maybe somebody else may use it as well.
No, this is great. Let's just be honest. Everybody that knows me knows that social media is not my strong point.
All right. Well, we're going to help you get a little stronger. And that's why we have these Friday sessions, because we want you to just grow, just to have that one extra piece to your business that's going to grow your income more and more and grow your business more and more and capture the audience that you want to take from prospect to lead to client or lead to prospect to client that way, right? That's what we're going to start using social media. We are going to move the conversation forward, and through good content and good captions, we should be able to see a profit. All right. Thank you guys for attending. I'm available for questions. I'm available to help you with anything that you need. I have 14 more minutes scheduled in my schedule. Again, for anyone that's watching this on YouTube, maybe later, because we did record this, my name is Nakia Evans, and you can find me on Instagram at movingwithnakia.